Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sense of Humor podcast, where we talk anything pop culture or anything that interests us. I'm your host, Tyler or Multimite. Travis or Griffin Shock wasn't able to make it right now, and that's because he is out on vacation, for Thanksgiving, so he will not be here today. But I decided to bring on a guest so we could keep the train a rolling. This is my brother, Mackymakes, who also makes content. Say hey, Max. No. uh, how you
Hello.
doing?
Good.
We do well. I try and do a little bit of small talk before we get started, obviously. But yeah, how you doing? What's
We're
going
good.
on? What?
Um, Thankfully this entire week has been freaking, what is it? Thanksgiving break because I've been sick the entire week and
There's
that has
a
sucked.
yeah. Amen. In fact, I was also sick both Monday and or well, yeah, Tuesday, technically Monday night, and then Tuesday and Wednesday I was miserable, but yeah, no, it was pretty bad. But luckily I'm better at least. I don't know how you're feeling right now.
I'm great. I had this one like night where I was like really high off of like being on a fever and all I
Oh.
kind of remember was being on the couch and singing the duck song and then I went to bed
What?
and then I woke up and I was fine. So here I am
What the
now.
the duck song?
Yeah,
Hey, got any grapes?
yeah, I kind of sing that like lucidly. I was like
Yeah.
half there.
Oh man. Well, glad you're feeling better now, at least. No
Yeah,
more duck song highs, but so today we didn't really have a topic, so I thought we would do something that I thought would be an eventual um comeuppance, I guess. We'll do this every once in a while because I'm sure me and Travis will come up with topics, but seeing as how it's not my turn to come up with a topic. Oh yeah, I need to turn off sound. Sorry guys, everyone. Frick. Frick. Okay, there we go. I'm a professional. Oh no. Oh no. My settings.
what?
I set them all to default.
Oh, that's not good. Well, don't save it.
Oh,
Did you
it's
already
too
save it?
late. Yeah. Anyway, all right. And also why I haven't been streaming, that's why I've been sick and then Thanksgiving obviously and then work has been hell, so yeah. In fact, I was laughing maniacally with how insane I was going because of work. So there's that. But yeah, so what I was going to refer to in terms of topic. Sorry, Zeke came into my room.
Oh,
So,
it's like that went really quiet. That was a good topic.
yeah, no, that wasn't my that was my fault. Okay, well, so anyway, yeah, it's not really a topic. It's just really like current events for pop culture things that are going on, like new movies, new games, comics, etc. Um, in fact, I was thinking because I started reading comics because I recently subscribed to Marvel Unlimited, which has like all their comics from the past, I don't know, ever since they started, basically. Um, but yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to catching up on some Spider-Man comics here and there. And then I think me and you both know of a current event that we're both excited for that's happening tomorrow. So I'll let you take over with that one since you know, in fact you saw the live event actually. Let's talk about that. The Fortnite Chapter 2 remix concluding live event. How was that?
It was really good. I really loved Eminem's part. His Houdini song was so funny. I actually I rewatched it like as you saw me because you walked into my room. I rewatched it again just because of how good it was. And
Mhm.
then like Snoop Dogg's part at the beginning was super funny. I thought it was really funny. One thing was is that like the dog statues were dancing to the song. And I
Oh,
was like,
really?
what the frick? Because I looked over and like the dogs are like bending the metal. I'm like, what the heck?
Oh, that's cool.
And then yeah, and then it started with Snoop Dogg, and then it teleported you to like some crazy planet, and then the Y2K Snoop Dogg um came out. That was super cool. And then after that, it was Eminem, and then we had Ice Spice, and that was there, and I did not care about that at all. I'm not even gonna talk about it. And
I
then
think that's just about everyone in
oh
Fortnite
no,
right
dude,
now. We're like,
everyone hates Ice Spice in Fortnite. I'm sorry, you're
I
not
think
meant for
outside
that
of
game.
Fortnite, not a lot of people like. Well, I don't think, like, let's be honest. Eminem and Snoop Dogg are not the typical rating for this kind of game.
Oh, not even
Like,
close. Even Juice World, he wasn't even close.
oh yeah, no.
He's
I mean they're all pretty explicit artists. Like again, as an adult and you as a teenager, we don't really care. But for younger audiences like our brother Zeke or our your like our cousins and everyone that's like, below the age of 10, it's like, well, that's not really for them and they probably shouldn't be exposed to that super early. And don't get me wrong, I think it's a way for them to bring in older audiences, obviously. But I don't know. From what I can tell, a lot of older audiences cringe at the idea more so than like, oh yeah, I'll definitely play Fortnite now because they added Snoop Dogg. It's more like, ah, really? He, sold himself out to that game or whatever. Like, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, and again, as an OG Fortnite player, if I can call myself that, like, do I have do I have the right? I started in season 2 of chapter 1, which is
yeah, you do have the right. Anything in
okay.
chapter one is considered OG now.
Yeah, but like I don't feel like season X would be considered like an OG player.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I
weird, but people do.
I feel like it should be like season 4 and below. I know the game's been running long, but I feel like OG players should be considered that low.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me misjudging or misclassifying everything, but um yeah, no, I'm definitely excited for the new season though, which is kind of what I was referring to before we got into the live event. But what happened after Ice Spice though? Like, cause I heard there was a couple of things, but I want your details on it.
Um, Ice Spice ended, and then she didn't work. That kind of made me sad. That's all I was waiting for. So
What the?
her thing was
Okay.
ruined. So and then it changed to Juice World. That was really cool. They played his most famous song, Lucid Dreams, which was like that was cool. And you turned into a Rift butterfly at some point, and it was
Oh.
crazy. Like you were walking around him, and then after that, you stop being a Rift butterfly. There's a portal right in front of you, and it's like it's a portal we've seen before, like the usual, like oh we're getting sucked into a new place. Jonesy's to your right, Hope is to your left. They both teleport into the portal, and a shard comes running in, which was in the season trailer that we saw. Like it says like reality, whatever. You see that shard that's flying?
Yeah.
That is a 0 point shard, I guess. So that's how the 0 points can be in the new chapter.
Gotcha. Okay. That's interesting. So that explains the portal then.
Yeah. So that's why the portal
Um
activates.
Yeah, that's interesting. Cause okay, so that kind of goes into what I was going to talk about Jonesy. Cause apparently, and what I think is cool about this is Jonesy is going to still be the face of Fortnite, but it's the face of the OG season, which
Yep.
I think is perfect. And then Hope is the face of every future Fortnite season, which also think is perfect. Because I know a lot of people are giving flack to Hope for, taking over Jonesy's place, but I'm like, I like her character a lot. I think she's cool. Like even when Underground came out, I thought she was an interesting character. And then when they actually started giving her development, like I thought she was a supporting character at first with, Jonesy and everything, but
Yeah.
slowly she became this really cool main character and I like that. I think that's how every, up and coming film should be is like have a successor instead of continually bringing back the old guy and like and if you're going to bring in a successor, bring in a cool character to succeed for them, cuz if you're just going to bring in like it's exactly what Star Wars didn't do. They brought in quote unquote successors and they all freaking suck. All their characters suck. So,
Yeah, I
I
think
don't know.
what was it? It's actually kind of basically already shown because if you look at there was these two TV screens. And it was
Mhm.
funny because there was an old TV and a new TV. The old TV, if you
Uh
watched it, it was the OG season trailer, but part of it, and it shows
mhm.
Jonesy of all people with Peely, and they look over and it's the OG. So in like, and then the right one was the new chapter trailer with the modern TV. But my theory is that Jonesy teleported to the OG season and that's his end of story, and that Hope is going to the new chapter, and that's like where Hope is going to be.
I was gonna say, it seems like she'll be reality hopping, whereas Jonesy's kind of content with being in the OG chapter, and I find it almost poetic that way, because that's how a lot of the OG players are. It's like we're
Yeah,
kind of done with new, like bring back the old, have us
and
stay in the old, like I
yeah,
mean. Admittedly, so before I get to it, but just to kind of touch on it a little bit, your OG season for you was Chapter 2, which was this season's remix.
yeah,
Um, and then obviously we got Chapter 6 on the way, which honestly I'm actually excited for. See, why I was excited for Chapter 4 is it was medieval themed, and I was hoping that was going to be the continuing run. Like, obviously, add in different skins here and there, but keep the overall like medieval theme, but instead they went like
it went with a
Japanese.
modern,
I
like,
was gonna say it went
well,
from medieval to Japanese techno to forest hunt thing, or was that
it's a
before? Or
jungle. It was a jungle, and then to a spy season again.
that's right. It was Spies right after that. And then, yeah, no. Chapter 4 was kind of a mess. Like, admittedly, it was one of the better chapters, in my opinion. But, like, Chapter 5
Yeah,
was good, but it got so boring so
I had,
quickly.
I had a
Like,
lot of memories with Chapter 4. Like that's when I like our younger cousin started to actually play, and I would play with him a lot, and like sure the skins were alright, but like even with the medieval theme, they didn't do it right in my opinion because there was only one skin that was actually a medieval skin, and the rest were kind of garbage. Like
yeah.
Moon Lady, she was weird. What, what was it? It was like a hippie. He was interesting. There was the Boba girl. Like actually, she was straight up shit. Like no one liked her except for the stupid sweaty kids. And then
I
what
know,
else was there?
it's
There was
always the
Doom Guy.
casual skins. It's always the casual skins that are made these sweaty skins because they don't stand out as much. And
Yeah.
I think that's the sweats mindset. It's like, well, to play good, you don't stand out so that way, people, don't come after you immediately. They see the big shiny skin and they're like, "All right, well, let me go kill them." It's like, okay,
I
well,
just kill
first
whoever's in
off,
front of me.
I was gonna say, quit sweating even harder than you are. First off, like I don't even know if that's the actual mindset, but that's just what comes to mind. Because yes, it makes sense, but also at the same time, why? Just play the game, wear whatever skin you want, have fun with it. Like I don't like the idea of people. What's the word? Like giving ranks to skins in such a weird way. Like they like people, some people at least back when I told them I played Fortnite would give me crap for wearing the skins I wanted and not like wearing like, oh, if you're crazy good, you should wear this, this, and this skin. I'm like,
You
but
should
those
wear the
all
renegade
suck.
way to.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, but they suck. Like they look
Yeah.
terrible.
When
So
Renegade Raider was like people actually liked her. Like if you think about it now, you can't name a single kid that's like you know Renegade Raider. Like no one talks about Renegade Raider anymore. But like I remember Chapter 2. If you had Renegade Raider, you wouldn't like. No one would give you crap. Like you were actually a god to them, which was so weird
see,
because this is a freaking video game.
I was gonna say I'm the opposite. Like if I see someone with Omega or Black Knight or the Reaper or any of the like OG like last skins, if I see anyone with that, I'm like, heck yeah, bro. Like not only do I respect them, but I'm also like, that's a sweet skin, good choice. You went to your closet, you picked the right thing today. Good job.
Yeah, it's not
But
like
if I see
oh
someone, if I get slayed by someone that's wearing, yeah, like Chloe or whatever her name is,
oh my
I'm,
gosh.
I want to break a controller over my freaking TV stand because it's like, what the hell?
Well,
Like,
one thing that
where's
annoys
someone?
me. Oh, sorry, you can continue.
No, you go ahead. I was
But
just gonna
one
say
thing that
like,
annoys me is like Juice World's new skin, his free skin, has turned into a sweat skin, and I predicted it, and I'm so freaking mad about it. Like, he's such a good like artist. Like, I don't listen to him, but like, props to him. He's made millions of fans. He's probably a really great artist. And then you just like dog shit on his skin for being an annoying sweat that no one likes. Like, why?
just giving a bad name to his sweet skin.
I know. And like during the live event, one thing I saw is everyone was Juice World. And it wasn't the cool one, like the one that you have to buy in the item shop. It was all the free one, and I knew they were all sweats because they had the stupid star smiley pickaxe. What is it with that pickaxe, bro? Like like I know the
I
like story behind it because like in chapter 1 there was a glitch where it would do 50 damage instead of 20. But like that was in chapter 1. I know half of you little kids that did not play in chapter 1. You started in like chapter 3, little baby boy. Don't even try.
well also, did you hear what they're gonna add to the OG chapter?
Aren't they adding their own mini battle pass?
Well, not only that, they're bringing back double pump.
I
Like they're
saw that.
making,
I'm actually interested in that. I'm gonna laugh at that.
yeah, no, I'm actually kind of excited for that. Like I think that's cool.
Because it's
Oh,
OG
hey.
OG.
Yeah, no, that's pretty crazy. Like OG season and a new season, and not only that, OG season is going to be um permanent. Like we're always going to have the OG season. And
Yeah.
if this season's good, like he was in the comments earlier. I don't know if he is now, but Ronan, Red Ronan, or Andrew, I think he'd be excited for this upcoming season because it's all Japanese themed. In fact, I think most of my friends would be excited for that
I'm
because
a
we're all
dweeb.
pretty into. I was gonna say we're all into Japanese culture, so I think they'd be interested in this season. Um, he was
Um,
spamming pee and poo in my chat earlier, and then Noirag just came in. Hey, what's up, man?
but
I saw you streamed earlier. Sorry I missed that. Uh, but yeah, no, like I don't know. I have high hopes, but I also have like, you know, expectations that are tempered, Like I don't
yeah.
want to, think like, "Oh, this is going to be the next greatest season." I hope it is. I really do. Like I love the OG season and nothing has beaten it yet. Like chapter 2 was cool and all, but here's the funny thing is they didn't even bring the best parts of chapter 2 back, and I actually wanted to
Yes,
touch upon that back.
literally why? Okay,
Like the
Rapper
or go
Royale
ahead.
is a cool concept, but you didn't bring Midas, you didn't bring the Ouncils, and you didn't bring the rest of the gang, which was like the number one thing I was excited for. Thankfully, you gave me Lazy Lake. You did not take away my Lazy Lake. That was like my child. But like other than that, like you kind of they're amazing rappers, amazing concept, but you ruined the season for me. Like you ruined that chapter, that part of the chapter for me because you didn't bring us what we wanted. Like
See, and what's weird to me about that is they didn't do anything with the OG chapter either.
yeah,
Like they didn't touch it. They celebrated it. And that's what I was looking forward to in chapter 2. And yes, they took two of my favorite skins and remixed them, which was Meowtis and One Ball. I like those two skins. I also
yeah.
liked Chaos Director cuz and
Eh,
I didn't know Chaos Agent was a chapter 2 season 1 skin. It was a shop item obviously, but I do think that was a pretty solid skin. I'm not a huge fan of Sky. I'm not a huge fan of T and Tina. Kind of bland, kind of boring to me. Um, but I do like those other three. But a lot of people pointed out and made a pretty good point on it is they didn't celebrate like any of the other seasons. It was just One Ball and then it was Meowtis, which was chapter or season 1 and then season 2, and that was it.
yeah,
And then, I mean, season 3, they could have done something with the Oni character, like made a female version of him. That would have been cool. Or, I mean, season 4 obviously not because that was all Marvel, unless they wanted like they could have collabed with Marvel um instead of the rappers. But then again, they did the Marvel season before this and all that, and I think they did that on purpose so that way people wouldn't be expecting another Marvel collab. Like, I don't
yeah.
know. And then season 5 was the Hunters. Season 6, I don't remember too much. I just remember Raven was in that battle pass. Season 7 was Superman and all the alien stuff. They could have done another alien skin.
That would have been cool. That could have been
Yeah,
the
and then
customizable one, or it could have been
ex-
One Ball.
yeah, I was gonna say, give us either like two versions
Give
of
me a two ball
the
that customizes all the way up to like 14. I don't know how high it goes. How high does it go? Is it
uh
13?
so it's 15.
15.
So
Ah,
so there's 16 balls in total because that's including the scratch. So it's 15 so 15 balls, four, seven, seven solids if unless you're including the 8 ball, which is also a solid, but it's technically the last ball you're supposed to get in the hole. So it's seven solids, seven stripes, and then and
scratch.
the first I was gonna say the first seven are all solids, and then the last seven are all stripes.
Yeah.
I thought it was one solid, two stripe, three solid, four stripe, and whatever like that. But that wouldn't have made sense because then all the evens would have been or stripes, and all the odds would have been, you know.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, because like we already have a scratch ball and an 8 ball because it was the first two to come out,
And now we
and
have one
then
in 10 ball.
we have 1 in 10, which is like kind of random. But like
I
you
I
know,
like I like both of them though. In
yeah,
fact I did buy One Ball. She's in my presets, and I really like her skin. But
she's
that
like
does make me
cool.
hope. No, keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, she's cool, but like the only thing that was really interesting to me from her was the pickaxe. And
Mhm.
I realized something, and that's they all have different weapons, and I really hope they do that, is that they're all masters in a different weapon. Because, like, with One Ball, his is the pool, like, thing, so his is like a
Yeah, the
bow
pool
staff
cue.
type of thing.
I was gonna say he
Hers
could
is
be
a
a bow
mace.
staff. Yep.
What is it? 8 balls is like
One,
dual knives.
yeah, he's like, I guess so. From what I understand, is one ball or sorry, 8 ball and Scratch were supposed to be like a ripoff of GI Joe, like
That doesn't
Snake Eyes
surprise
and
me.
Storm Shadow, like because they're both ninjas. One's black, one's white. And I actually thought about that, and then funny enough, like a few seasons later in that same chapter, the Snake Eyes skin came out, and surprisingly not Storm Shadow, which I'm like, you gotta
Yeah, they
have
never came out
both.
with that skin. They only came out
Yeah,
with Snake
no,
Eyes, probably because no one bought Snake Eyes. I did. I don't even know why I bought him
I
because I
did
never
too.
watched the show. I was just like, this is a cool skin. Oh, that's why. It was during Christmas time, and I had a lot of money from Christmas.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I bought him because I grew up with G.I. Joe a little bit. Like, Dad showed us the OG G.I. Joe stuff. I didn't really like
Mm.
the movies all that much, but he did show me the OG G.I. Joe cartoons. Same with Transformers. Like I love a lot of the older cartoons because of that. And obviously I'll go back and rewatch them. It's like, yeah, they're cheesy, but like that's, the source material. That's where they came from. And obviously those came from comics, and we can get into that whole debate later anyways, but yeah, no, there's a lot to look forward to um this month. But for me, or actually before I continue, what's the biggest disappointment for from chapter 2 for you? What's the biggest disappointment?
It wasn't an actual OG chapter. It was a remix.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah, it
the
it
remix
was
was cool, but no.
honestly, it was just the map and the weapons. It didn't feel like chapter 2.
Yeah, with the new mythics, it wasn't chapter 2. Like the Snoop Dogg's thing, like that's cool, but it's not Midas's. And then Meowdis's like pew pew rifle, that was interesting because like, but none of them felt like the old one. And one thing I noticed is that no one would go to the rig and get the bomb, whatever it was, the bow.
The the bombo
Yeah,
or the
I
boombo?
never saw anyone with the boom bow the entire season.
Dude, that's what I die to every single time I play.
Really? I never even saw it once.
Yeah, no, every time I played, like, I think, you know, 2 times out of 3, like, it was always the boombo, and they had Tina as their,
That's
stand
weird.
aside character. It's like, I don't know. Um, yeah, no, my biggest disappointment is they didn't do progression like they did chapter 1. Like,
Yeah.
chapter 1's progression I didn't really like anyways, but chapter 2's progression I did like.
How
Like,
many
where was all
seasons
the
did
cubes?
Chapter 1 have?
Chapter 1 had 10 cuz it was X, and X
Wait, it
stands
went
for
all the way
10
to
and
season X? Like in
yeah.
the OG?
Oh, no. It started at 5 and then
Well, that makes sense because season 1 through 4 didn't have that many changes at all.
well, and that's what I liked about it though. Like I don't like the desert part of that map. Like I liked the Moisty Mire, which was like the swamp area, and then it had a little prison over there as well. Like that was
Mm.
some of my favorite areas to go. Like obviously I was kind of a solo player at the time cuz not many of my friends liked Fortnite. In fact, some of them still don't. They really just play because I play it. Um
Uh,
but yeah, no, I really played alone or with Travis, and those were good like duo spots. So,
yeah.
yeah, no, they were some of my favorite spots. And then the oh yeah, so to chapter two's disappointment though, like I I really liked the cubes. I don't know why they got rid of them. They got rid of all the Kevins.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then they got rid of Blevin. Where the heck was
Oh yeah,
Blevin?
Blevin. I totally forgot about Blevin. Hey, we still had Truckosaurus, Heyman, and the gnomes. Gnomes
Yeah,
and
but that
bears.
was
Gnomes and
that
bears
was
were
from the
awesome,
OG
man.
season though.
Gnomes and bears was throughout the entire chapter. That's
Yeah,
the
but
funny thing.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing is like the OG season already had those things. It
True.
was, and I mean, obviously they had Kevin in season 5 of the chapter 1, chapter, but I for season or for chapter 2, I was, I was expecting a lot of the cool stuff to come back. Like obviously the alien ships were a little, you know, overpowered, but and then like the rail gun, where the heck was the rail gun? Like there wasn't anything, bro. Like there was no good progression throughout this whole chapter, and it's so disappointing.
Yeah, I think. And speaking of OG chapters, actually, one thing I found out is I don't know if this is real, but like, if I'm correct, it's every month. It's gonna be one of the OG seasons, so it's gonna go from 1 to X and then reset over and over again.
Dude,
So
I hope so.
good luck with
That'd be
season X. That's gonna be fun. Have the mechs back. Like,
well, from what I understand is they'll do kind of something similar to what they did to chapter 2. Is they didn't bring back any of the overpowered stuff. Again, like
mm,
the
I
alien
want
ships.
the what is it called? I want them to bring the sword back. The freaking Infinity Sword.
Oh, the Infinity Blade.
Infinity Blade. That was so funny. I remember always seeing people like dog on it and seeing people die and they'd be like, "What is going on?" Like stop.
Yeah, no, they had some interesting things back in chapter 1, but that was what made it so unique is they almost had a new weapon like every other week. Like it was exciting to hop on and see the new stuff, Like it's so disappointing that we're not at that point anymore, and we
Yeah.
probably will never be at that point again. But I'm gonna enjoy the journey while it lasts because it's up there with me for mine. Like for me, it's up there with Minecraft. Like in long-lasting games and continuing games, this and Minecraft are there. There's a lot of games that have failed to do that, and that is because they don't evolve in the right ways. And obviously, Fortnite is the same way. It has hits and misses, but it's the hits that make it worth staying. Like it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm ready to hop on and play some Fortnite. But it's also fun to play with friends. And like especially in like a group of 4, like it's just so much fun. And then you got things like Overwatch, where the only thing they can do is add new heroes, and it took them no, not 4, like a lot more seasons. I can't remember how many there are now, but it took them so many seasons to realize, oh, we should stop charging them to get the new hero. Like they finally made it so that you don't have to pay for the new heroes.
New
And
Hero
all the
sucks though.
yeah, and all the heroes that were paid for though, I don't think they got refunded. I don't think you got coins back for paying for heroes. It's like,
No, you didn't.
yeah, bro, what the hell, Overwatch? Like Overwatch had so much potential. I am so sad to see that game cuz Overwatch was my favorite game at one point. I loved Overwatch. I loved hopping on Overwatch more than I loved hopping on Fortnite, and that's the reason why I, don't have Omega. Like I was playing between like 3 different games. I had Destiny 2, but I could go back at any time. Overwatch, which, had some limited seasons and that's what made it hard. And same with Fortnite. Like those two had battle passes, so it was hard to bounce or sorry, Overwatch didn't even have battle passes. They just had really cool loot openings. But
Oh yeah, the loot boxes.
yep, but screw that because let's
Gambling.
go to battle passes like everybody else. I wouldn't consider that gambling, but
Well, that's why they stopped it, is because people were getting mad because it was technically gambling. People were like, ah, it's
yeah,
underage gambling. And people would
yeah,
be
but
like,
but
oh.
here's the other thing: is you didn't even have to pay for them.
Yeah.
You earned a loot box every time you leveled up. Like that's what infuriates me. It's like pay for them if you want to, but you can also unlock them and earn skins that way. That was the fun of it. And if you got duplicates, you got coins back. Maybe not as much as you should have gotten, but you got money back, so you could go back and buy skins that you didn't have. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's frustrating. Um, to move on to other, uh, well, actually, let's talk about or do we want to talk about the new season or no?
Um, I would be down for that.
All right, so let's talk about the new chapter first, and then we'll move on to another, or a couple of other up and coming things for us pop culture lovers. So for chapter 6, um, obviously your thoughts. I think I already know them, but like,
I think it looks really good. It has a lot of potential, but one thing I'm scared for is they are going to overload us too much with stuff to the point where it's not even playable in a way. Like, I am actually genuinely scared that I am going to be like so overloaded in the first like couple 10, 20 matches because like I've seen what they have, and it's like it looks really cool. But we have like 5 new mobility like ways to run. Like there's like
I was gonna
wall
say,
kicking.
isn't
There's like all this crap. There's like wall sticking. There's like
what?
yeah. There's like jump boosts now, and
I
then
was gonna
there's
say, there's
like
double jumping, isn't there?
no,
Like,
there
there's now
isn't
double
double
jump.
jumping. It's like a boost you can do off of like buildings, and then you can roll on the
Oh,
floor. That it looks like when you do finish a boost. It's like you have all that. You have the new weapons, including like the new like Oni masks, and we got like void, fire, water, air, and then we've got the new
that's
boss
really
fights.
cool.
It's not even like normal boss fights; they're like actual boss fights now. Like
See,
got the giant
that's
Oni
cool though,
phase.
because
Yeah, that
the
is
the
cool.
the boss fights were super boring in previous seasons. Like, to actually like, because that's the other thing too, is like, that's what I'm talking about when it comes to evolving. But one thing I'm worried about is if they make the weapons of the bosses overpowered. Like, it can be a
Yeah.
mythic something, sure. Like an upgrade, like the mythics in this chapter. That's a good example of what to do for them. Is make them strong but beatable. Like, I can beat it with a rare if I play smarter. But if I play smarter and, whatever I do doesn't matter, then no, forget it.
That's like the minigun this season because it didn't have a cooldown, so you could shoot
Mhm.
all 500 bullets at once, and
No,
it
there
would
was a cooldown.
destroy them. No, there wasn't one for me. I shot all 500 bullets at once one time without it cooling down, and I just killed the dude.
Oh, I thought I had a cooldown.
I think the
Maybe I
old
didn't.
one did, like Brutus's did, but other than that, this one didn't.
Well, I used Eminem's gun. I can't remember unless I ran out of bullets and I didn't realize, but I'm pretty sure it had a cooldown. I could be wrong.
Huh.
But yeah, no, that's a good example. Like, I think miniguns should be pretty powerful, but like, I don't know, just level it. Like, don't nerf it into the ground either. Like, make it fun to use so people actually go and use it, but make it like intense in a way where it's like fun to like, oh, I gotta run and hide, otherwise I'll be mowed down by this thing. Rather than like, well, I might as well stand here and do nothing because it's gonna be the equivalent of me trying to do anything. So,
Yeah. Other
but
than
yeah,
that, it looks really good. It's just, yeah, I'm just scared that it's going to be too much for me to process in a way.
yeah, no, I get that. It's probably gonna be very overwhelming, like, cause that's the other part of Fortnite evolving is they add new mechanics. Um, That makes me wonder, though, is if they'll add those new mechanics to the OG season or if they'll remove all new mechanics and, you know, keep OG OG. And either way, I don't mind. I think I'd prefer the new movements almost, but at the same
Yeah.
time, like to give us like the original movement, it would feel even more like OG. Because like with OG, I feel like I can't play it in anything other than build, which is hard.
Well, it's not
Um,
made for zero build. That's the thing. Is like, if you look
I
at the
was gonna
map,
say,
there's no hiding spots in half of the places. Like it's straight up walking, and that's it.
and and I think that's a good point to make because everyone that I talk to that plays build normally, they hate it, or no build, they hate it. Like they hated the OG season. I'm like, you're just not an OG player. And they'll be like, no, I played in the OG season. I'm like, you clearly did not. Otherwise, you would like be able to at least put up a wall when you're being mowed down. Like it's easy to put down a wall. You don't have to build a skyscraper to survive.
And like OG season didn't have as many sweats, especially in the first 5 seasons. After that, there was like turbo building and all that crap, and like it started to get somewhere, but it wasn't to the point where it's like now. I literally took a video. I shot someone once. They literally built like a 5 foot, like 5 building tall sky like build, whatever the crap it was. It was
Five
crazy.
story skyscraper.
Yeah, and it was in like 3 seconds they built it. I was like, what the frick? I shot you once for a 20 shield.
Yeah, no, some people are insane, but overly cautious. Like, I remember before they had no build, I was starting to get good at building, like in Chapter 3, Season 1, because I was never good at building. Like, I would use it to get up to places, or I'd, like, do a one by one to get me by, but I'd never, like, fully on structured something to play around the other player. Like, I was always very like I barely used my mats. And then in chapter 3 season 1, I like started getting good at building. Like I did that on purpose because that was around the time when I started my like Twitch channel. And that's when I started like, okay, well, if I'm not going to be funny, I got to be good at the game. I got to be good at games. And that was kind of my goal for a little bit. And then they brought in no build, and I became very lazy with it. And I mean, I would say there's still some skill in no build, but not as much skill and not as impressive as build Fortnite,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But, nothing wrong with no build. I'm not gonna shame anyone for that. But if you're gonna, crap on OG season because it sucks with no build, then play build. All right, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
If you're gonna cry about something that wasn't built for no build, then cry about it. But OG season is peak. No one can change my mind otherwise. So
I remember what was it, Chapter 3, Season 2, they did no build. You weren't allowed to build, even if you wanted to, for like 3 days, and then they gave it back.
I was gonna say,
That
I
was
was like,
interesting.
dang. Cool,
That was like
yeah,
a
because they
bold
even
move.
they even showed it in the trailer. Like the imagined order had some sort of device to shut off all building. And I thought
Yeah.
that was kind of cool. Like they not only added a game mode, but they added it to the lore in a sort of way, which I thought was a really cool idea. And
Yeah.
that's what I really liked about like older Fortnite chapters is they were very creative with like what they did, and I feel like there's not as much heart as there was. Like, and again, this is just coming from a fan who's like been playing since the beginning, and I know they've been going on for so long, and I applaud them for that. But it is kind of hard to see them like slowly lose their magic in a sense. Like I am excited for this new chapter. I am. I'm also really excited for the OG chapter. But I
Yeah.
do hope to feel that sense of like uniqueness from a future like project of theirs. I don't I'd prefer it in Fortnite, but if they have something outside of it, Epic Games, whatever you do, I look forward to it because you guys did so great with this game. I would consider this one of my. I don't know. I can't even really call it a childhood game because I played it when I was in high school, but or
I
middle
can.
school even.
I
Yeah,
started playing
but
Fortnite in like what, third grade, second
yeah.
grade.
So
No, it was third grade, I think. Cause like
yeah.
I remember Chapter 2 Season 2 was around fourth grade because I was like, what was I doing? The first day it came out, I I had to go somewhere with mom and dad, and I got so mad because I was like, "This is a new season," and this was my favorite season. I didn't realize it at the time, but it was. And like Porter's like, "Oh, that sucks," and yeah, I had to go, and I was gone for like 2 hours, and then I got back, and it was like 8, and I think I played for a little bit, and I had to get off. But the next day, I was on that thing and I was playing 24/7. And then I remember exactly what happened when Deadpool came out because I got home from school. I had to do laundry, so it was on the floor. I can vividly see my TV there and the laundry on the floor as I'm playing the game and doing my laundry at the same time, so I don't miss out. Like,
That's awesome.
it's actually crazy to think that. And I remember like some parts of like chapter one, like when like mechs were there and it's like, oh, I was scared and all the time. And I had that
Yeah.
one skin, and then I got like the flippin' sexy emote. That was like the only emote I had, which was it's such a random emote to have.
I still don't have that emote, but I've
It's like,
wanted it for a little bit because it's like perfect for like Deadpool and maybe Spider-Man. But yeah, no, it's a
yeah.
good emote.
It was my second emo.
Um,
My first emo was crisscross. Let's see if I have it actually. Hold on. It should be in C. Oh, there it is. This is my first ever emo.
Hey.
It's so random. Oh yeah, I have
I
it.
mean, I was gonna say, just you always remember your first in a way. Like I
I
remember my
remember my
first
first.
skin was the Recon Scout, or maybe it was Blue Squire actually, because I think I did get the pass, and then I got Blue Squire, and then right after that they came out with Recon Scout in the shop, and that was my first item shop skin, and then right after that was oh, what was his name? The Alpine Ace, the USA one.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that
Um,
was a pretty good one.
yeah. So those were like the first couple of skins, but
I had my
um,
first skin was that I forgot his name, but it was the one with like a golden mask and a giant ponytail, and it had a crack in the mask, and he would like it had like a red
oh,
eye
and he
glowing
had like
through.
a glowing eye. Yep, I
Yeah,
have that one.
yeah, that was my
The
first ever. It was a starter pack, and then I collected every starter pack from then, and I still have, and I have all of them now. Like
really,
from chapter one, season one, throughout chapter five, whatever since OG basically, I've had every single one. And it annoys me
I
because one of my rarest ones, the Chapter 2 Season 1, came back for the remix as the starter pack for the remix.
wait, really?
Yeah, which is so stupid because that is actually pretty rare. It was the Wave
Man,
Breaker pack, and I remember it because I was like, this is actually somewhat cool. It wasn't that good. But still, like bringing back something that old is annoying.
yeah, and that's what a lot of people fear for the OG season is a lot of people think instead of it being original like new battle passes, it's gonna be the old battle passes.
I just want them to
Um,
remix skins. I want remixed skins. Like, I want a new version
I
of Drift. I want a Drift skin because I don't have any.
you don't have any
The
Fox
only
Clan members?
Drift skin I have that's like somewhat Drift skin is Stray, but that's not actually Drift.
Yeah. Oh,
He's a
excuse
Fox
me.
Clan member, but he's not Drift.
I was gonna say he's a
Oh, I
part
have
of the
Drift
Fox Clan.
Walker. Other than
Do you
that,
have do you have the Drift pack, the new
no.
one?
Not
Oh, I
with the
got
fish
those.
stick
Those are
and the
pretty
Skull
sweet.
Trooper and the one dude.
Yeah, I have those ones. Those ones are pretty solid. Well, not the fish stick, but the other two are pretty solid.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, I think what they should do, and you know what? Should we even move? Because we only have 10 minutes left.
Oh yeah, we'll move
So
on.
should we?
We
Well,
started
no,
the
like,
entire freaking podcast on Fortnite,
well,
which is
and
fair.
I was gonna say I don't have a problem with that because that is current events, and
It's
like
a big current
if
event.
if people here who watch the pod or listen to the podcast, I guess, if you guys have listened in the past, then like for sure, like, oh yeah, that's totally them. Like, like that's why we listen, is because you guys like, even like I watch people play games that I don't play, but I watch it because of them. So,
I
and
actually had
I don't know if
two things to talk about with Fortnite, but you can continue.
yeah, no, go ahead, cuz like I think we'll just make the current events for Fortnite podcast, cuz I mean, we have 10 minutes left. I guess there's two things that I can touch upon that aren't Fortnite if we get to it, but go
I think
ahead.
I already know what the two things are, but I don't know for sure. But my two things, they're gonna be really quick. Number one, Demon Slayer's coming to Fortnite, and it's confirmed. I'm so stoked for that because it is such like it deserves to be like a Grammy award-winning movie, and it is, and it won. So
Really?
yeah, I think it won the Anime
Dang.
Awards, if I'm correct, for best movie. Because it was. That movie was awesome. They're coming out with a new one. That's really cool. And that's why I think they're actually doing this, is to promote the new movie. But
I
if you
might
haven't
have to get
watched
into
it,
Demon
go
Slayer,
watch
yeah.
it. It is actually the one of the best, like, ever. And, like, the way it is, like, Tanjiro, the main character, doesn't always win. He does win most of the time, because that's how most things are. But there's one point
Mm-hmm.
where he can't save someone. He like this is a character everyone liked. Like everyone didn't want this character to die. It was like he was like the nicest person, like the actual one like hope of this world that was like happy and like actually
Mm-hmm.
smiling all the time. And it was like Tanjiro's like best friend slash like figure, like a big figure to him, and he dies. And we all watched it, and it's in movies, so of course you're gonna get super sad about it. Like,
Yeah, no,
it was
that's
crazy.
that's like, yeah, that's a very or not easy, but that's a very good way to, you know, hook people on, cuz it's the same way with like Harry Potter, like you killed off Sirius Black. That was a lot of
Yeah.
people's favorite character. And I mean, like
The
he
way he
was going to
dies was kind of
adopt
mid.
that's okay.
I'm just saying, that was
Um
such a lame way to die. He's just sitting there,
well,
and
I
all of a
mean,
sudden, and then he dies.
well, no, he died in battle. He was fighting, and then he
Yeah,
was
but
distracted by Lucius, I think he was fighting, and then yeah, and then Bellatrix killed him. So
yeah.
yeah, no, like I think it's, yeah, no, it's deaths like those that make the story more impactful, and I think that's a good thing. Um,
And
but
then,
anyway, or go ahead.
sorry,
Sorry.
second thing, they should do an anime season because I would 100% buy all of it. And I already have ideas because there is so many animes they haven't done. Number one, Chainsaw Man. Holy crap, if you did a Chainsaw Man skin, like, I have everything written down to, like, the last minute detail for back bling everything. Secondly, One Piece. I haven't watched it fully, but, like, that is a big anime that they should be doing, and they haven't done yet, which is crazy. And then, like, third is One Punch Man, because that's also a big anime that a lot of people have liked, and they haven't done anything about. And I could
Well,
go on about more,
yeah, I was gonna
but
say, I have one request. If they do an anime season, like if they don't do a specific franchise, they have to do Dark Deku as one of the
yes,
skins,
why haven't they made
Dark
that?
Dark Deku is probably the coolest version of Deku, in my opinion, because it's where it's the most. It's kind of like what you were saying, like he's the only hope, but it's one person instead. Uh-oh, what just happened?
Oh yeah, did you have that happen too? I wonder if it's the Fortnite thing going on. Like if Fortnite's not
Oh,
letting you play it anymore.
probably. Yeah, that's fine.
Yep, I
Well,
knew it.
while we
New season. New
I was
season.
gonna say while we wrap it up because we only have 5 minutes anyways. But yeah, no. So before we get into the new season, ladies and gentlemen, um, yeah, no, I don't even remember what I was saying, so I'll just move on. Um, Yeah, so the other two things I was going to touch upon really quickly, and I know a lot of people are probably annoyed, like, oh, you only talked about, Fortnite and whatever. It's like, whatever.
Fortnite.
If you're a fan of ours, you're a fan of, well, you don't have to be a fan of Fortnite, but you're a fan of ours, you can tolerate it. Wait for next week's episode. Maybe Travis will have something better for you. I don't know. But
Fortnite's
I'm
awesome.
glad I was
Awesome
gonna say, I'm glad I
sauce.
got to have this conversation with my younger brother because that was one of the things. I think that's how me and him connected really. Because like originally, I would pick on my brother relentlessly. I still do
Oh yeah.
sometimes because we're brothers. That happens. I was
But
like
it
we
was
weren't fans
different.
of each other.
Like actually,
Yeah,
we
but
hated each other's guts.
I wouldn't say we hated each other. It's just like we were very competitive of attention, really. Like I think that's what it was.
True.
Like it's just kids being kids, but like when he got old enough that I convinced my mom to let him play Fortnite because
Oh my gosh.
he was
I was
crapping on it
talking
actually.
trash about it because all my friends hated it, and he's like, "Hell no, I ain't letting you talking trash about this game before you play it." And
I
then
was gonna
mom
say
finally let me.
I sat him in front of it. I was like, play the game. You're gonna like this game because you're gonna try it and you're gonna enjoy it. And he did. And now it's one of his favorite games, and I'm kind of proud of that because Travis was the exact same way with me. He like sat me in front of it. He's like, play it. I think you'll like it. And we played Fortnite together. I love this game. This game is awesome. It has its ups and downs, like I've said, but so does every other game. But you know what? I wouldn't change a thing about it. I think it's made some of the best gaming memories for me,
No, me
and
100%.
I wouldn't change anything. We have 3 minutes, but before we close out, the other two things I wanted to talk about really quickly was Marvel Rivals is also coming out on the
Oh, it is.
6th of this month. Yep. I am so excited. The better version of Overwatch. Yeah, screw you, Overwatch.
I'm just gonna be Doctor
Marvel's
Doom.
better. And what's cool is they kind of anime themed it because they even had like an anime theme for the trailer, pretty much.
Oh, really?
Spider-Man is looking so freaking solid. I know it's not comic book suit accurate at all, but I freaking love it. Um, I think Dad's calling you.
Oh, hold on. I'll be back.
Yeah. And then the second thing was Sonic 3. Me and my friend are going to go see that. Um, but yeah, no, I think this has been a pretty good overall podcast. We'll wait until my brother gets back and then we'll call it quits.
I'm back.
All right, welcome back. So, I was just talking about how the other thing was Sonic 3,
Oh my gosh,
which I'm
I'm so
looking forward
excited.
to.
I
Yeah,
actually want to
me and
watch
my
it.
friend are gonna go see it. Shadow's looking badass. Keanu Reeves is voicing him badass. Like perfect casting in my opinion. A lot of people thought he was gonna be Hayden Christensen, the guy who plays Anakin Skywalker at first, and I was
No.
like, that would have been sweet.
Really?
I would have yeah no I would have loved if Anakin voiced Shadow as well because it's pretty much the same thing, just like kind of evil turned good sort of scenario. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, it was good
we're
and then turned
almost
evil and then turned good again.
yeah, like and I mean he wasn't even really good at the start. He was pretty neutral and then he met Dr. Eggman's late sister, I think. I think that's right, right?
Well, what is it?
No, wait. So
Dr.
it's
Eggman's grandpa made him. And then
Wait, no. So Dr. Eggman's Grandpa made Shadow, but what is Maria? Maria Robotnik. Is that Robotnik's aunt or mom? No, it couldn't have been his mom because she was a kid. Never mind. Uh, I can't remember. I'll have to look it up later. But
it's
we're out of
probably
time.
his niece.
Yeah. Well, no, because I don't know. Anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope, or listening, I guess you guys I should say. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Sense of Humor podcast. Thank you, Mackymakes, or Max, my brother, for joining me while Travis is away. You're not going to say anything?
Banana. Yeah,
Okay,
no, it's
well,
fun.
okay. Hope to have you on again soon. And look out for more episodes. This episode will be posted Monday as per usual. Hope to see you guys for the next one as well. I look forward to Travis's topic. Also, go check out his Twitch and YouTube channel at Griffin Shock on both YouTube and Twitch. Go check out my brother, Mackymakes. He also makes content. Go check out his Twitch channel at the moment. I don't know if he wants me to shout out his YouTube channel yet.
I have nothing on it, so
Okay, then just his Twitch channel for now. But yeah, look out for he does some unique stuff from what I do as well. So if you're not into like Fortnite or Black Ops or any of that stuff, Max here does some unique, solo play games and even some multiplayer games that I don't normally play. So go check him out for unique
yeah, I'm
stuff.
probably gonna start streaming platinum trophies and completing those, so that will be fun. I think I might do
As I said.
Spyro because I haven't platinum trophied that one yet, but I have played it before. I have played it recent, so I might not, but I don't know. We'll see.
And there
It
you
takes a
go.
while.
Yeah. And then go check out my YouTube and Twitch. Obviously, Twitch is here. Stream this every Saturday, and then I try and stream during the week. I try and upload once or twice every week as well. Look out for more stuff, especially with Marvel Rivals on the way. I'll have another game to add to the library, add to the list. I also got some other plans for either the start of this month or the start of next year, so look forward to that. Tomorrow I'll probably be streaming the new chapter/season, so look forward to that.
Yeah, that's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, dude. If you want to play with me, I'm down, bro.
I probably will. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Maybe family bonding. That'll be my excuse.
Yeah, be like, hey, listen, family bonding. But anyway.
Well, no, if they grab me, I honestly don't care. I'm going to do it. I'm doing it.
Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Roar.